Good morning, traders. Welcome to today's market review. This is Fred Razak at CMtrading. Today is December 24, 2020, and today is Thursday morning. So looking at the highlights of the day, the US dollar slides versus the British pound. We're going to take a look at that. There's no major economic events scheduled for today as it is Christmas Eve. This evening, obviously, we're going to Christmas. I want to wish everybody, all of our listeners who are celebrating Christmas, a happy holiday season to you and your families. Stay safe. Now, looking at the markets, first looking at the Forex symbols, the pound gain versus the US dollar, while looking at the Dow Jones and the NASDAQ tapering off before the holiday tomorrow. And looking at commodities, gold inches higher while oil pops up above $47 a barrel. Looking at the stocks, the only thing that really moved yesterday was Apple. It tapered off a little bit. JP Morgan had a little bit of a nice ride on the upside. We're going to take a look at that as well. And lastly, looking at the cryptocurrencies, unchanged. So let's take a look at the markets and see what we can expect from today's trading. So I'm going to first take a look here at the Eur Usd. You can see pretty much we're looking at a 1-hour chart, and it's just inching higher. Nothing really major happening in the Eur Usd. But jumping into the GBP USD, it's a different story. We're looking at a 4-hour chart, and you can see we're inching ourselves closer to this 36.90-ish level. So that's something to consider if it does continue to rally versus the dollar. Now, historically speaking, Christmas Eve and New Year's Eve, the markets generally rally, Doesn't always happen by chance, as the Dow Jones may still rally today, It's been pretty much unchanged. I'm going to take a look at that in just a second, but you could see this is forming there, But it does look like it's inching closer to this 136-ish level, which is a very important level for the GBP. Now, jumping into the commodities, first looking at gold at that top of the range right here, which is a resistance-ish area, 1876, previous support, subsequent resistance as we're seeing that. Now if we get this momentum going up here above 1876, we could surely see it getting to the 1885, maybe even 1900, But relatively, it's in a tight range. For all intents and purposes, gold generally trades more than 40 points at a time. Looking at oil, popped up yesterday, getting closer to a 30-day moving average, but we may use that as a resistance-ish area, so something to consider going into today. Now, this is the Dow Jones, We're looking at a 4-hour chart, and you can see the RSI I've highlighted here on the bottom, and it's pretty much flatlining. Look at that lack of volatility right there, because it's really just trading sideways. Look at that. Besides this massive move that we had earlier this week, which was a 1,000-point sell-off, and then the V formation, we're pretty much just unchanged here. Nothing going higher, nothing going lower. However, there we go, this pop up again. However, looking at JP Morgan, did rally back up to its 126-ish level yesterday, and that's a major correction from last year. That's the highest we've been since we took the debacle from last year in March, So that's an unbelievable feat for the JP Morgan Bank, and so we may see it correcting on the upside, and that will pull the Dow Jones higher. Now, looking at Apple, yesterday we broke that 30-day moving average. We're still strong, I don't want to say we're not strong here, but we're not holding that line, necessarily. So today's going to be a defining day for Apple, because if it does break this 129, we may see it get closer to that 125-ish level after this nice pop-up, So this is support level at this 129, so just be aware of it. We may still see a actually bounce off of it, so just be, this may be a really great opportunity for later today when the markets open in the U.S. Lastly, looking at Bitcoin. For Bitcoin, this is called unchanged, We're trading at 23,000, down from 23,400-ish level, but really nothing to write home about for Bitcoin, It is relatively strong as it's only off of our highs by about 1,000 points, If we look at it at a weekly, there you go, So this may be the second top, So it's just like we did back in 2017. So just be aware of that. Be careful not to buy this all the way up in this high. And if you do decide to buy it, just make sure you have a strict stop loss. This is Fred Razak. I want to wish you and your families a happy holiday tomorrow. God bless. Thank you.